Hey guys, it's Buffaque here again. Hope you're all doing well as always. Giving you my review tonight of a couple of very small pocket knives that belong to my wife. These are the Boker Plus DW1 and DW2 pocket knives. This is going to be a pretty short review because honestly, guys, I just don't have that much to say about them. Starting with the DW1 here, this is one of the smallest locking pocket knives I've ever come across. My wife bought this a couple years back and has kept it in her wallet, in a spare pocket in her wallet, and used it several times, basically just for things like opening small boxes or cutting through tape, things like that. I will say for a knife this small, it's got really good steel. This is AUS-8 steel. So, you could do a lot worse as far as the quality of your steel in a knife like this. However, the grips, these are just little zytel grips. In my opinion, you could do a lot. You could do a lot better in terms of your grip material. Now, a knife this small, and I'm going to show you guys, I grabbed just a little, kind of a little junky knife I have here handy. This is a Victorinox money clip knife that I just kind of have stuck back in a drawer here at my desk. Just looking at the size, and this is a small, a very small knife, not a very large knife at all. Next to it, they are literally, no, I'm sorry, I was going to say they're the same the length. I believe the money clip is even slightly longer. The length of the DW1 is 2.8 inches. The blade is 1 inch. That is a 1-inch blade. One of the few benefits of a knife this small that I can think of is I don't know of anywhere where you couldn't have this on you. I live in a part of the country where there are very, I'll say, appropriate laws regarding pocket knives and what you're allowed to have and what you're not allowed to have. But I know there are some parts of the country, larger cities, where they really are very strict on making sure that the citizens who live there don't carry a pocket knife with a blade that's over a certain length. This is a 1-inch blade. I can't think of anywhere where you couldn't carry this. But again, what really are your capabilities with a knife this small? Does have actual some jimping on the back of the blade here. And surprisingly, with the addition of a lanyard, if you hook that lanyard in your pinky like I do here, you can sort of, yeah, I can't do it here. There we go. You can almost get a one-handed deployment with this. It's really hard to do. It's not, not that you would ever need to, but an interesting little knife that you really don't see much. I think for the most part, nobody really ever pays attention to a knife like this because it is so small. But I've got to say, a company like Boker, I don't have a whole lot of experience with them, but my wife loves this little knife. Next to it here is its bigger brother, the DW2. Now, this to me has a little bit more purpose. A knife this size, I can sort of get into a little bit more, and this is even still a very small knife. It's basically a copy of the DW1, except it's just a little bit bigger, where the DW1 is overall 2.8 inches. The DW2 has a total length of 4 inches. Now that's a blade of 1.5 inches. So you still have, here's your 1-inch blade, and this is a 1.5-inch blade. All right, that's really still a very small blade. But you do have a little bit more purchase. Okay, you can actually get at least your first 2 fingers around the knife, as I am here. Also, AUS-8 steel. Like I said, it's basically the same knife. It's just a little bit larger. This one is a little bit more stiff. They are both frame lock knives, which I will say is my least favorite locking mechanism. I really do not like frame lock knives. I just don't. I don't like their look. If you lay them out like this, I think, okay, that's sort of a, you could argue that that's kind of a good looking knife. Some of you may say, no, gross looking knife, but you turn them over, and I've taken the pocket clips off of both these. They do come with a pocket clip. I think that looks horrible. I hate the giant cut they have to put in frame lock knives in order for the lock to work. I don't like that at all. I think that looks like garbage, to be honest with you. I just don't like frame locking knives. That's why you've probably never seen me do a review on one, and probably never will. Little bit easier to get a deployment with this one, as I'm failing to do right now. Like I said, it is kind of a stiff knife. This one is much newer, but these knives, they're for what you pay, and I think this one was maybe a $20 bill, and this one was maybe $25. Not expensive knives, but depending on what you're going to use them for, my wife keeps this one in her wallet in a little tiny pocket, and I believe she keeps this one in her change tray in her car. If you ever had to cut a seatbelt and this was all you had, you could do worse. And as far as being somewhere you're trying to open something, and it's got, say, a lot of tape on it or something like that, and this is all you had, I'd rather use this than a fingernail. But that's basically all this is to me. This is basically a better fingernail. Okay, so let me know what you guys think of this. Is kind of a strange little review here, but my wife really likes these knives, and I said, let me borrow those for a little while. I want to do a quick video and see what my guys think of them. So let me know in the comment section what you think of these knives, and if you've got any experience with them, just let me know. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. We'll see you next time.